Welcome to the podcast. We're kicking off the 4th season of the podcast, a space designed to have raw, real, and authentic conversations around health and wellness, featuring none other than our incredible pure ambassadors of wellness.
I think for me, because like I said, I'm a grad student, I'm still figuring out what I want my thesis to be, and I'm hoping by the end of this semester I'll have decided on that, and then I can just focus on working on that for like the next 2 years until I graduate.
I think the main thing I'm looking forward to this semester is definitely going to be academic, because I got into the PhD program at Alliant International University.
Oh my goodness, that's great.
Yeah, I start in August, so woo.
I'm looking forward to graduating.
I'm excited for graduating, but I'm also a bit nervous for what comes next, but I'm gonna tackle it as it goes.
For me, I would say I'm excited to start my fitness journey. I've been running a bit, and even though I'm not a runner, I feel like doing a bit of exercise these past few weeks has been really good for me.
I am excited to graduate this May. I'm graduating and the day is finally here, and it's kind of surreal and bittersweet, but I just want to soak in everything, all my classes and all the activities and events that we are going to be planning for this year, for you guys.
Congratulations, Bethany. I'm super excited for you. And what I'm looking forward is definitely providing new opportunities for students and having a larger outreach, both for me and for others. It's a big part of why I do what I do. And I also just like to focus on my academics as well, continue uplifting myself and maintaining those goals that I have.
Okay, I am really looking forward to graduation. It's just a few months away, and that's really exciting for me.
Me too. I'm ready to be done and move on to my next step in my life.
Yeah.
For me, I'm looking forward to wrapping up my final semester here and then moving on. For the PAW program specifically, I'm looking forward to making new connections with the new members and just gaining more leadership and growing overall as a person.
I'd say as for me, since I'm a freshman, second semester, I'd say it would be trying to find ways on how to study effectively. As for me, it's a little bit rough just at the beginning of my first semester, but then hopefully by the time I gradually going from my first year to second year, hopefully I know all of the study techniques and how to better myself in academic wise. So, yeah.
I want to leave loose ends. And when I say loose ends, I mean the negative wording when it comes to negative self-talk. That's the loose end I want to leave out.
I definitely want to leave my disorganization behind. I feel like that brings me down a little bit. Sometimes I go a little too quick and then I leave everything a little half done and then I come back to it later and it's a big mess. So I want to be a little bit more organized with my goals and my assignments and everything that I do in the future.
Something I'm looking forward to leaving behind is I focus mostly in my life on academics and stuff. So I've been kind of slacking on having spending time with friends and everything. So I'm looking forward to leaving that behind. I plan on working to do a better academic to social life balance.
I agree with that. I think actually I would say that would be mine as well as leaving behind. I tend to really focus on academics, so that's why I also decided to join PAWs, because it allows me to meet new people, and so I'm leaving behind being so focused on school a little bit, right?
Yeah. Still important.
It's important, but it's just I'm socializing more. I'm getting more involved in campus activities.
I would have to say probably toxic friends, if that makes sense. Basically, just people in your life who you kind of maybe as you've grown a little bit more realize it's not the best kind of people to have in your life. I definitely had some situations earlier this year where I feel like, why am I being friends with people who are bringing me down, who are just making me feel bad about myself, making me feel negative, not really open to communicating and things like that. So it's well, I think for my own mental health and keeping positivity, leaving those kind of people in 2023.
Also, leaving behind like toxic patterns within my relationships. For example, like not putting boundaries up has been something that I've like had trouble with, because there's some people pleasing kind of trait going on where it's like I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable by me wanting to put a boundary up, so then I sacrifice my own boundaries, and that ultimately leads to more resentment for those people. You know what I mean? So it really is important to, you know, cut either those people off entirely, or to set boundaries and go through that like short-term uncomfort of like, hey, I need to talk to you about this. This is bothering me, for the long-term comfort of like, I'm glad I said that because they respected me. I voiced it. So yeah, I can relate a lot.
For me, that would be procrastination. Has been stressful, and I never get my assignments done on time, which is really bad, but I'm gonna leave that behind, be on time.
I would probably leave behind my studying environment. I would want to study probably at the library more, because it's so nice, and I'm here every day now, so I would like to do that. Usually I would just study at my home, or sometimes in the library, but I wouldn't have a structured time. But this year, I'm hoping to have a structure a little bit more.
I would say learn from the past instead of like delving too much into the past and noticing all of your like mistakes and everything and being like a perfectionist. I'd say just learn from the past and apply it into like as of today and then on to the future. So how about you, Matthew?
I would say move on and build yourself more, grow yourself more as a person, and just, it's okay to make mistakes because we're not perfectionists like Frank said, and you know, we're all humans, so it's good to move on and learn from the past.
For me, what I look forward to is all the opportunities that there are on campus. So if you're feeling stressed or feeling like you don't have a space where you belong in, you could definitely look into the programs or organizations that are here for you on campus.
I think the biggest thing is just taking it honestly one day at a time. It doesn't always feel like it, but every morning whenever you wake up, that time is a new day, essentially. You can do whatever. If you're feeling like you're stuck, just go for a road trip. Try something new. Try to get out of your comfort zone, I think. And that's the best way I can encourage people for the new day, because I feel like when people get stuck in that routine, you get very used to being like, oh no, every day is like this day. It doesn't have to be. You are the maker sometimes of your own world.
Maybe just don't beat yourself up for bad habits that you have. Habits are really hard to break, and as long as you're making an honest effort to try to unbreak them, I think that should count for something.
Yeah, I would also say don't let one bad grade or one bad class kind of affect your entire college career.
Give yourself some grace, because I've been late to classes, I've missed exams, I've missed assignments, I've done a lot that, I mess up, I'm human. So definitely give yourself some grace and time to grow.
I watch it. I love doing the 3, 2, 1 new year, because I feel like for me, it's a new year. I take that serious. Every day I'm like 2024, all right, you guys? 2023 was in the past. We're here now. So yeah, I take that very serious in a good way.
I am not watching the ball drop. That's just me though.
No, I haven't watched the ball drop in years, but I'm always up. For the past, I think 3 years, I've never even realized that it's the new year until people have started texting, calling me, and I'm like, oh, oops.
I was literally just eating In-N-Out, so that's what I did on New Year's Eve.
I was trying to pack, and I was stressed out, and my cousin calls me and is like, Happy New Year's, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah.
It's New Year's Eve.
Honestly, I'm up, but I'm not watching that. That's again my horrible sleep schedule. So
it's very real. I am always up, but I never watch it. Mm-hmm. It's 10 minutes afterwards. I'm like, oh,
yes,
and then I go on Twitter or something to oops, I missed that. I wonder if there's anything important that happened.
I actually do stay up and I watch it.
You want to go? For East Coast time, we stay up because it's 3 hours ahead, so that's what I would do.
As for me, I would stay up, and sometimes I would like fall asleep and I could already see like, oh, the ball already dropped. It's like, man, I missed it.
You know, we like to party up until 12. As soon as the ball drops after the 10 seconds, it's done. We all go to sleep. But you know, we have our own little reunion and we eat grapes for every second as the ball drops. So there's 10 seconds, we eat 10 grapes, and for every grape we eat, we make a wish. So that's a little thing we do.
I actually went out on the town this last New Year's, so I wasn't even watching TV or anything. I was just at a bar. So usually I'm with my family watching the ball drop, but I celebrated with a massive group of strangers instead. So.
Well, I usually do, but this year I went to bed at 9.
Yeah, usually we do, but this year my dad was like pouring all the like apple cider and stuff, and he was like, oh, all right, the countdown. He's like, oh wait, it was 2 minutes ago. So yeah, we kind of missed it, but.
I'm not asleep before midnight, but I do not watch the ball drop. I just chill with my family, and we don't really do anything for New Year's, so I don't really do it.
Yeah. I will watch the coverage that is on, you know, it's at 8 or something for Eastern time, but I'm not crazy. Like, I don't have to see it drop. It drops every year, so I'll probably be asleep by then.
Oh, okay. So as a mom, we fake the ball drop. By 8:30, my kids think it's midnight. They're bringing in the new year with cotton candy mocktails, and we do a little balloon drop, and we go to bed. They're up at 6 a.m., so we're not staying up until midnight.
Make sure you're following us on Instagram at FS Health Center, where we're going to share more opportunities to take that deeper dive into wellness and to have some fun at the same time. You can also visit our website at fresnostate.edu/health to learn more about the programs and services available at the Student Health and Counseling Center.